All right, so I'm just going to jump right in. I'm happy to have Jen McNeil's team is on as well. She hopped on to, and her team hopped on to join us. And I want to introduce to you guys Samantha Hawley. Samantha is here in Rochester. She's part of the Rochester Market Council, and we've been lucky enough to hear her speak a couple times at our Super Saturdays. And every time she speaks, she's got so much awesome stuff to offer. She is a 2015 Premier Coach. We kind of skipped to 2016 because they moved the years around. So she is next year. She's 2017 Elite. She's in the top. I believe she's in the top 100, right? You're in the top 100.
Yeah.
She's a Success Club 10 All-Star Legend. So that means she's had at least 2 years of hitting Success Club 10, which is amazing. She's also a six-figure earner. And I believe you're a 6-star diamond, right?
Mm-hmm.
6-star diamond. So she's got some really awesome stuff under her belt. So I'm going to turn it right over to you. I'm going to mute everybody, and thanks for being on. Thanks for talking to us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So I guess just to share a little bit more about myself with you guys, and then I have a little presentation that I'll share with you. I started coaching in October of 2013. So I've been coaching just a little bit over 3 years. And when I signed up mostly for the accountability because I was totally one of the people that was like a yo-yo exerciser and yo-yo dieter. I was never really consistent. And I actually started with Turbo Fire. So I guess I started as a challenger with Turbo Fire, and I saw amazing results with it. And what got me interested in the coaching opportunity was after the DVD plays. This was before streaming. That it was a huge reel of Summit, and everyone having an amazing time meeting the personal trainers or celebrity trainers and just having a blast. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And so I asked my coach more about it, and yeah, the rest is history. I thought if I could sign up, stay more accountable to my fitness goals, and it was about the time that I needed to start paying off my student loans. So income was a small part of why I signed up, but I led with my passion to actually help people, not so much the income. I've had some coaches on my team sign up purely for the income, and it never works out. So you need to have that passion to actually help yourself and continue your own journey and helping others. So when I first started, I did want to win any free trip that I could, and I asked my coach how to do that, and she basically said, hit Success Club. And so that was in October. I started hitting Success Club 5 until we got an email that said, if you hit Success Club 10 every single month for the next year, you'll earn an extra $750 to go towards Cancun, which was that next trip. And so that was my no matter what goal. So since January of 2014, I've always hit Success Club 10, and it started out just with that motivation of earning extra money at the time. And it keeps me going today, even though there's nothing really on the line, because I know how much my business has improved just by hitting Success Club 10 every single month and at least helping 5 people every single month. So here I am today, and tonight I'm going to share with you guys some of my top tips that are specifically focused on attracting people to you and building your teams and building your challenge groups authentically. So I do have a presentation. Let me share my screen. All right, so jumping right in, my first tip is to do a quick self-evaluation. You are who you recruit. So if you want a quality challenger who's going to be logging in every day and posting their own motivation every day and drinking their shakes every day, you have to be doing those things. If you want a quality coach who is hitting Success Club, who is posting about their transformation, who is not afraid to reach out to people, you have to be doing those things. So decide on the person that you want to be joining in your challenge groups, on your team, and think about what characteristics do they have. Are they optimistic? Are they a natural leader? Are they a go-getter? Are they motivated? Are they determined? And then think of also, I don't have it on the slide, but what are they doing? Are they consistent with their workouts? Are they inviting people to these opportunities? Are they doing those things? And then rate yourself. on a scale from 1 to 10 of every single one of those characteristics and activities. How well are you performing? So if you want someone that's optimistic, a sure way to know this is go through your timeline. When was the last time that you posted something that was positive or inspiring, or that you posted something negative? You might want someone optimistic because you are a negative person. Not saying that you're mean or that you are a Debbie Downer, but you might be exuding more pessimism than optimism. So that right there will tell you that this is one area you need to focus on. One that I should include in this list is coachable. If you want someone to join your team calls, to go through the trainings that you guys have in your team, are you doing that? Are you open to hearing the tips that your coach has for you, to hopping on the team calls? So really take some time to think about these people that you want in your groups and on your team, and make sure that you have those same characteristics and that you're doing the actions that you want them to do as well. Next is creating your avatar. Katie, do you do avatar training on your team?
We have in the past talked about this.
Okay.
But it's been a while, so I'm glad that you're bringing this up.
Okay. So there's lots of I could probably go an hour talking about your avatar, but your avatar is so important because this is who you are attracting. When you try and attract everyone, you'll attract no one. And it's because you're trying to relate to way too many people. And so you really want to nail down the specifics of who you're trying to attract, and that will make your job so much easier. So I shared with you guys my avatar. Yes, it's Hillary Duff. I did not mean for it to be Hillary Duff. I actually just searched Pinterest. I think I searched gray t-shirt, skinny jeans, and heels, because if I'm getting dressed up, this is usually what I wear. And then she popped up, and she's got the hot pink lipstick on, which is what I usually wear, carrying a water, but in a coffee cup, which I am addicted to coffee. So this embodies the visual person that I would love to attract to my team or to my groups. But it goes beyond that. And you can see on the right-hand side, all of the nitty-gritty details and parts of this person that make her up. I named her Brittany because I have this challenger who is named Brittany, and she is just the most positive person and thankful. And when I get a message from her, I get so excited to see what she has to say. And so I want all of my challengers and coaches to be like that. So I named her Brittany. And then little things, you guys, she's always optimistic. She likes massages. Her favorite color is hot pink. She loves glitter. Things like that you might look at that and think, that is so not important. Why do you even need to know that about your avatar? Well, that reminds me when I look at this that I should be posting about if I get a massage, I need to post about that, because my avatar would want to message me and say, oh my gosh, I haven't gotten a massage in forever. How was it? Or my Fit Vibes Tribe is my team name, and part of that logo has hot pink in it. So anytime I'm posting a new coach intro, it has hot pink, which attracts more people who like hot pink. Anytime I'm wearing lipstick, it's hot pink, so it attracts people who like that. Addicted to coffee. You guys, if you go to my Instagram, at least once a day or a couple times a week, you'll see coffee on there. So I'm relating to anyone else who likes coffee. Glitter, if I'm updating a post, it's almost always got glitter on it. So little things like that, just to visually attract people to you. Then as you go down, we get more into the things that we can actually utilize to attract people to us. One of them, for example, uses to-do lists. So when I am posting about my day, sometimes I will do it in a to-do list fashion where I'll just do check mark, workout, check mark, interact with people, whatever, and just do it like that. Or if I'm doing a recruiting post where I'm telling people about our upcoming coach training, I will say, in this training, you will receive, and do check marks of everything that you will learn. Now, this will not work the same way if you hate to-do lists, right? If you are the coach that just is all about fun and you do something that has to-do lists, you won't be attracting the right person. Your post should be all about the Success Club trips and the Punta Cana trip coming up and Summit and how you got to meet a celebrity trainer. So with these things, really think it's not just a to-do list. How can you turn that into something that would be appealing, that would attract your ideal coach or your ideal client? Let's see, what else do I have? Motivated by competition and recognition. So this, I talk about how you can become recognized in Beachbody or on my team, or little challenges that we do in our fitness groups or in our coaching team. So knowing what motivates them so that you can highlight that when you are talking to them and trying to attract people to them through your posts. Another big one I mostly talk about at the bottom, and it's her struggles. So she isn't consistent with fitness and nutrition. You guys know that about me already. It's the same struggle that my avatar is going through. She thinks cardio is the only way to lose weight. She likes going to the gym but is not seeing results. She worries Shakeology won't work. She's concerned about the cost. It is so important to know what her struggles are and what her concerns are with signing up so that you can publicly post about it. You can say how I used to go to the gym and run on the treadmill for 60 minutes at least to try and burn as many calories as I could, and I never saw results because I wasn't focusing on my nutrition or because I wasn't eating properly or I wasn't doing effective workouts. I was working the same muscles day in and day out. That my avatar would relate to that. So this kind of just gives you a list of things that you can relate to and that you can post about basically to attract them to you. So some key things to keep in mind: what are their struggles? You've got to know what they're struggling with. One thing that I don't have on the list here, which I definitely would encourage you to include, is how do they feel? Because that's how they are feeling now, and you likely once felt that way. So track, are they feeling vulnerable, self-conscious, nervous about starting something new, scared, fat, like think about how you used to feel. Even depression, if you're open to talking about that, list that again so that you can relate to them and show them that I used to feel this way and this is where I'm at now. That will be very attractive to them. Next, how can the coaching opportunity or a fitness group help them? This is where your solution comes into play. And think about how you can help them, right? There are 450 to 500,000 coaches. They can sign up with any single one, or they could go to Amazon. They could go to eBay. They could, burn it from a friend. They don't need to buy through you. So realize that everyone that signs up for your groups or on your team is investing in you. You as their coach, you as their mentor, your guidance, your tips, your personality. So really think about how can you specifically help them. Really, that's how you can relate to them, right? So if you're a mom, that's one thing. How can you help them? You can relate that you are a mom and there's that thing, or you're not a mom. I don't attract very many moms to my team unless I found, oddly enough, I'm attracting recently women who have kids that are older, and so they're ready to spend time on themselves, I guess, in their business. But think, what is it that you can provide? And also with this, try and think of your own brand. Don't be posting about, with your Shakeology cup and kissing it and all of that, or don't be posting with your DVDs right next to your face. Beachbody does enough of that branding so that people know what it is. You need to brand yourself. So really think, what is it that you want people to come to your page for? They will go to your page for something if you're able to kind of come up with that brand. So think about, is it nutrition? Is it women empowerment? Is it overcoming depression? Is it that you have endometriosis? One of my coaches just realized that she's really suffering from endometriosis. She's getting surgery, and she wants to be that coach where people can come to her page for the real raw truth behind endometriosis and how fitness can help with that and all of that. So think about your brand, and that will also help with your post so that you're posting to that to your avatar and helping them and providing a solution at the same time. Next, share your story. It's our job. Our job as coaches, that should be in the job description, is that we need to be sharing our stories. Mostly because we're attracting people to us, not to Beachbody, not to other coaches, but to us. And so the way that I suggest that my coaches do this is by breadcrumbing your life throughout lots of different posts. You don't have to do a really long post about everything that you've ever been through and everything you've ever felt and now what you're doing. You don't have to do that. In fact, I don't encourage that at all. I think shorter posts are better. So short and sweet. And I actually got this from the Eric Worre trainings. Is he talks about how to share your story, basically, in an effective way. And he says to talk about what was your past like, what didn't you like about it, and this is where I like to say, how did that make you feel? What did you do about it? How do you feel now? Or what do you love about it now? So just as an example, most people in network marketing, including coaches, just talk about these last two. So it's a Sunday night, perfect night for a recruiting post where you might post, hey everyone, I have my next online fitness group is starting and it's called Workout of the Day, where we're focusing on one day at a time. I've been able to reach my happiest self through these groups. If you're interested, comment below. That might get some people, it might get some interest, but imagine if I started it off instead saying 3 years ago, I was stuck in a routine where I would go to the gym, work out, come home, eat my emotions, and I never saw any results. It left me feeling vulnerable and sad and like I would never find the solution to become fit and happy all of the time. Lo and behold, 3 years later, here I am hosting my very own online fitness accountability groups to empower women to feel like their happiest self. I have a new group and, saying what I just said, right? That instantly I would connect with someone who is currently feeling vulnerable, who is currently going to the gym and not seeing results. They're able to see that I was able to break out of that mold, and then they would be interested in joining. So kind of keep that in mind when you're creating your recruiting posts and or just sharing your story, sharing the past and why now is so special and why it's different. And most importantly, how you feel now. When you do call to actions, this is when you're telling your followers what action you want them to take on a post. So I do these on recruiting posts, like where I'm trying to get people to get interest for my challenge groups or to a coaching opportunity. Tell them what you want them to do. If you don't, they won't do it. So say things like this post if you agree, comment below if you have if you've ever been interested in this, or comment I'm in, or share this with your workout buddy, tag your workout buddy below, email me, fill out this form. There's so many different things. Just make sure that your followers know, A, that you have something that they can join, and B, how can they tell you that they're interested. Next is find your tribe. So all of those tips that I gave so far will help you attract people to you. That's where people will hopefully, be attracted to you, share or be interested in your story, message you maybe. But honestly, a large part, like 99% of how I built my business is by me doing the work, me finding the people, me reaching out to people. So first and foremost, think about where will your prospects be. I think Facebook and Instagram is easy. Everyone's on Facebook and Instagram, but really think, where were you before you signed up to coach? For me, I Googled a lot. I was always Googling stuff like how to lose weight in your thighs, juice cleanses, random stuff. So me Googling, what would I stumble upon? I would stumble upon blogs. So I have a blog, which is where I try to attract people from. I'm not very active on Pinterest, but I know lots of other people are. And there's lots of ways that you can actually connect with people on Pinterest. I just found out there's a chat feature over there. There's also a way that you can go to certain boards, and if they link their Facebook account to it, then you can click on the little Facebook icon and it directs you to Facebook and you can start chatting over there. I did that for a little while, which was fun. Or Instagram. For Instagram, that is the way that I grow my business right now, pretty much solely. I will move people over to Facebook sometimes, but this is how I find new people. And Instagram is all about hashtags. So I have some hashtags. Sorry, I'm hearing some dings. Let me X out of Messenger. I have some hashtags that I look for, but it changes every day, pretty much based off of what I post. So if I post in the morning about coffee and I use the hashtag coffee addict, then I will click on that and go find other people that have posted about it, because again, instantly we'll be able to relate. I will comment on their posts. I will write their names down to track that I need to, keep conversations going with this person. And if they come to my page, they will know that we instantly will bond because I just posted about coffee. So try and do it with posts that you can, if they were to come to your page, they would instantly connect to you. So other hashtags, let's see. I do coffee addict a lot. Sometimes I'll search for things that they might be searching for, and I'll use that in my posts. I won't search for it. So I do have 2 different sets of hashtags. I don't know what that red thing is, how that popped up. But I do have 2 different sets of hashtags. One that I use in my posts, which is a combination of things like coffee addict and regular posts that other people might be using, as well as hashtags that other people might be searching for. Like someone might be searching for weight loss meal plan. If I post a food picture, I will probably include that one in there. Or intermittent fasting or online workouts, something they might be searching for. Fitness inspiration. Before I was a coach, every morning I would wake up, I would open Instagram and search for fitness inspiration or daily motivation, just to get like those funny memes that I thought they like really inspired me at the time. So I use that in mine because hopefully people are searching for it and they'll stumble on mine. Then there's that group of hashtags that I use to find people. That's like the coffee addict, the morning workout. So I can find other people who work out in the morning, things like that. From there, I call this slide the building your tribe. It is so simple. You guys, do not complicate what we do as coaches. This literally is what I do when I am attracting people to me and getting them signed up as a coach or a client. Number 1, I interact. So based off of the whole list that I found on Instagram through those hashtags, I will track them. I will write down all of their names, and then I will bring each and every one of them through this process. Number 1, interacting is just like commenting on their posts and liking their posts. Really, it's just those 2 things. I'll do that, and then I'll move them to connect. Connect is when I message them about anything that they've posted about. This is hard if they don't post very often, but I'll just message them saying, I saw that you used or that you had morning coffee as well, and you did the bulletproof coffee, for example. I've been meaning to try that. How is it? Or have you noticed any benefits from it? Or, hey girl, I saw that, let me see. Let me open up Instagram because I'm awful like on the spot. All right, so on my feed, someone just posted about a ski trip in Breckenridge. So I could message them and say, I saw you just went on a ski trip. I'm going skiing next weekend, which is true. How are the conditions? Or did you ski or did you snowboard? Or I saw you post about chocolate-covered strawberries. I'm looking to get chocolate-covered strawberries at my wedding. The ones that are in glitter are adorable. Where did you get them from? Anything. I saw you post about this new dress that you got. Adorable. Where did you get it from? So basically just comment and always, always, always end with a question, because that will prompt them to respond. So if you were to just say, hey, I love that dress, they might say thank you. But if you say, where is it from? It'll really get the conversation going. So always try and end with a question. And if you notice, I don't talk about health and fitness here. Unless their account is all health and fitness, I will lead with something that whatever they post most about. And in fact, I try and keep it away from health and fitness because I don't want them to think that I just want to invite them to a group right away, which is why I'll connect with them for probably at least a week before inviting. But everyone's different. Sometimes we will connect instantly and start talking about lots of different things, our dogs and wine, and we like to travel, and we're both getting married or whatever. Well, it'll be like an amazing conversation. Then I'll still wait to invite them until the next week because I don't want them to be like, oh, this is why you connected with me. So still wait. But then there will be people that don't respond right away. When they do, they're really short, or they just take forever, or maybe they ignore you. So everyone is different. So this whole process takes a different amount of time for everyone. So recognize that. It's fine if people don't connect with you right away. One tip I do have is when you send them a message, interact on their page, and on a comment genuinely, and then at the end say, P.S., check your messages when you get a chance, just to bring their attention to specifically their filtered inbox, because if you guys aren't following each other, they will not see your message unless they actively check their filtered inbox. And lots of people, to be honest, I don't think know that that's there, or they think it's there for a reason and it's all spam stuff. So at least they'll know to go find your message. Next, I keep my invites really simple. And I think I even give a link on the next slide to my invites, but I just say, and even if it hasn't come to a fitness or health conversation, I still go in for the invite because I feel like at this point, I truly feel like we're friends and we're connecting over lots of stuff. So I say, I have no idea if you'd be at all interested in this, but I have an online health and fitness group starting soon where we'll all be working out, eating healthy, and supporting the heck out of each other. Does that sound like something that you'd be interested in? Or do you know of anyone else that might be interested in joining us? Short and sweet. Seemed a little long-winded when I said it though. And that's what I send. So I give them an out. So it's pretty casual. They don't feel threatened at all. They don't feel like they have to join, or they don't feel like they have to, I don't know. I used to send cold invites and I just wouldn't get a response. I always get a response. If sometimes it's no, and I'm like, okay, no problem. And what do? I go back to interact and then connect and then invite to the next group. Or if they want more info, of course, I'll tell them more information about the group, ask them questions about their health and fitness, and then follow up. Because guess what, you guys, at least for me, nobody signs up when I invite them. No one. I always have to follow up. And sometimes it's following up because they just ignored me. Or I forgot to ask another question, so the conversation kind of stopped, or they said they were interested and I have to suggest something. Basically, you need to be tracking your business so that you can follow up with them. I read a stat once that said that people actually commit an order or sign up between the 5th and 12th follow-up, which I know to be true. I have to follow up quite a bit. And a lot of the people that sign up with me now are not people that I invited this week or this month. It's people that I invited 3 months ago, sometimes a year ago. I had someone sign up that I invited 3 years ago, and they signed up in October of this year. So that's why it's important to track and just keep this circle. It's as simple as these 4 things. And I kind of talk about that here on this slide. While you're waiting for a response from someone, interact on their page. When you are waiting for your next follow-up, interact and connect. Interact is like that little reminder so that it jogs their memory, like, oh, we've been talking, maybe she sent me a message, I should check. So always interact. And if they say no, go back to connecting. It's totally fine. Talk about the scarf that you like that they're wearing, or the weather this weekend, or the snow in Buffalo, whatever. Just go back to connecting, and you'll be able to invite them at another time. Also remember, there's never the perfect time to invite. And honestly, I have lost some people because I've waited to invite them for too long. Like I connected with them for too long. And then I see them sign up with another coach, or I see them suddenly posting about 21 Day Fix. And I'm like, oh, I've been connecting with them for so long, and I just should have gone in for the invite. So while you don't want to invite right away, definitely take the time to connect with them first, but you don't have to wait a month or 3 months before inviting. So go for it. Put on the blinders, send your invite. I do have this link. I can give it to you guys if you want, for some invite scripts that I typically send. They're short and sweet. And I typically use that one that I just said to you guys, although there's probably like 15 examples there. And lastly, track everything. If you are commenting on someone's post and you're not tracking it, it's a waste of time. You will not remember that you won't remember their username, and you won't remember that they are a person that you interacted with, so you won't know that you need to connect with them, and you won't know that they're a possible person that you could be inviting. So track everything. I use Google Streak, love it. A lot of my team uses Asana, use the Notes app. I use the Notes app actually for storing a lot of my quick, like an invite. I have all my invites in there so I can just copy and paste it. I just wanted one slide on this because I get asked all the time, how am I able to find coaches to work the business? And honestly, most of my successful coaches get started off as a challenger first. And it's probably because I did too, right? I needed to know that I could see results with these programs before I even thought about sharing it on social media. So focus on getting clients into your groups. Help them see a transformation. What does this include? It includes you being an active participant in your challenge tracker groups, or however you host your groups. You need to participate. You should comment on their posts. Check in with them once a week. Fridays is my days that I check in with my challengers. So one day a week, you can commit to messaging everyone. Then transition to coach. This is where I'll say, you're doing everything that I'm doing. You're posting every day. You're logging your workouts. You're logging your shakes. You've already lost 5 pounds. Would you be open to learning more about what I do? Or have you ever considered paying it forward and helping others? Or are you open to sharing your health and fitness journey to try and get those shakes paid for each month? So this is where I transition them, then develop and mentor them, which is a whole nother topic. So the last thing I want to cover with you guys is detach yourself emotionally from the responses that you hear. My business changed drastically when I did 2 things. Number one, when I became more genuine in my approach, and when I truly cared about connecting with people rather than just cold inviting people. And then number 2, when I detached myself. When I realized that what people were responding with, all of their different objections that we hear day in and day out, realize that it's not you, it's them. It's something that they're going through. It's what they are going through internally, externally. If you don't care a response, they probably have kids and they needed to go pick them up from school, or they were cooking dinner, they saw your message, they opened it, and then they needed to put something in the oven and then they forgot to respond to you. Or, if somebody doesn't respond to you, if they're busy or it's just not the right time for them, they needed to retract a little bit from the conversation. As long as you go back to that old circle, you still interact and connect and then go back to reinviting, it's going to work out. Don't take it personally when somebody doesn't respond to you. So it's something that's going on, or even if they say no to one of the groups, it's just not the right time for them. Number 2, go back to interacting and connecting. You can never go wrong, you guys, with interacting and connecting. All that's doing is showing them that you are truly following their journey and care about them. 3, connect with more people. The more people you're connecting with, the less you'll care when someone says no, or the less you'll care when you hear silence. They just stop responding to you. When you are banking on those 3 people who said they were going to sign up on Friday and now it's Sunday and they still haven't ordered, when you're banking on those 3 people, you settle. You settle on them and you think, they told me they're going to order. I hate to break it to you guys, but they won't, right? This actually happened to me. I sent out 2 links on Fridays and they were so excited, still haven't ordered. So never settle on those people. until you see it in your online office and connect with more people. The more people you connect with, the less it'll sting when you hear no, because you're like, okay, no problem, on to the next. Focus on being your best self and sharing it.
Hey,
Right?
Sam.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut out here in like a minute. Can we pop off and pop back on just so you can finish? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone can just click the same link.
Okay.
Okay.